My name is Tyler Hobbs. I'm a visual artist from Austin, Texas. I create algorithmic and generative artwork. Sometimes that artwork takes a digital form and sometimes that artwork takes a physical form. Generative art is a form of art making where the artist is working much more systematically, much more procedurally. The artist is not so concerned with producing a specific image. Instead, they're really thinking about what's a process that I can use that will end up creating a piece of artwork, and how can I shape that process and allow it to kind of run its own course without being super strict about the exact details of what happens. The single work that I'm probably best known for right now is Fidenza, which is a purely algorithmic artwork where I crafted one algorithm that generated a series of 999 digital images. And working digitally that way is a big part of my artistic process, but I've always had a very strong physical component to my work as well. I came out of a background of drawing and painting, and that always really had a big influence on how I thought about artwork and my aesthetics. And so for this body of work that I'm creating for the Unit London show, I'm really interested in exploring a little bit deeper into the physical work. I'm interested in taking those algorithmic ideas and finding ways to express them in a physical format. Maybe that's working by hand, maybe that's using a plotter or robotic tools in order to transform things. There's a lot of different approaches. A big part of making art in a generative fashion is about leaving some room for things to happen by chance, leaving some room for surprises, for accidents. The computer has one particular kind of way that it likes to create those accidents, but in the physical world they can happen in all sorts of other very interesting ways. That might come down to the way that the body likes to move, the way that the muscles in the hand are trained to draw or to paint. It might be in how the water in a watercolor painting spreads and blends. It might be in the way that the artist is simply not capable of drawing a straight line or covering something perfectly evenly. There are so many interesting influences in the physical world that really shape the work, even if you have a very explicit process. And so I'm always thinking about how are those accidental features creeping in, how are they shaping the work, and rather than trying to fight them too much, I really allow them to run their course. In some ways, setting up that systematic process almost highlights the imperfections and the messiness and the deviations away from that structure. So it's a really beautiful blend. I can't wait for people to get in there and actually see these works in person. The show will open up the first week of March 2023 at Unit London Gallery.